I know, I've broken my promise. Last week I didn't do one. I was so motivated before. And it's not that I'm demotivated with the podcast. It's a few things, and let's just jump straight into why. One of the main reasons why I've not been uploading is I've been trying to get myself in order. And this, unfortunately, the podcast has slipped down in time. I've not had enough time to really work on it, put as many ideas into it, and I feel like it's become a bit more stale than usual. So, for now, I think we're gonna call it not quits. When we get guests on, there'll still be podcasts, but for now, because of when it started, we were hitting 100 views and stuff like that. I was really happy, and it was really getting off the ground. Super, super excited. Then week after week, it kind of dropped to the point we're at 30 something now. I think 34, 35, which is fine. And I do enjoy doing them, don't get me wrong. But the engagement isn't there, which is not a reason to stop doing it. Not a reason at all. But life has a way of changing, you know, and especially a load of stuff I'm working at the moment with 100% with my music, with my DJing and stuff like that. That's coming along and just taking priority. So there will be podcasts when I have the opportunity to not just meet new people, but people that are willing to do a podcast. There will be a new one. I enjoyed doing the one with Brady and Liam and Matt. I went blank there. Really enjoy doing them, but I think there's going to be a time and a place for it rather than a regular week thing. It can become stale. I'm still not sure of the identity of it, but we're keeping it open. We're keeping everything going. And I'm just more and more concentrating on music I'm making, on sounds that I'm working on. And to be fair, I'm just trying to get my life in order. At 25, I think you would have thought things would be worked out by now. Things would have changed. Things would have fallen into place. Especially when you're young, you're thinking, 25 is a good age. And I still feel that same way that when I was young. Really, I don't feel that much different. What I mean by that is, I'm not settled in what I want to do. I've got the skeletons of a plan, but I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my life, long term, and what do I need to sacrifice to do that, if that makes sense. So, an example of, I could go and work in an industry and make lots and lots and lots of money. But from the people that I spoke to, from people in my family, people of friends, it just doesn't... Money isn't the objective for me. For the last few years, it hasn't been. Since I've started work, it's never been the reason to do something. It's for the money. And I don't want to go back into a career path that's just going to make me, A, good money, B, will just make me disappointed. That I did, not disappointed, regret. I don't want to regret things. And the main issue I'm having is a lot of the options that are open to me now, and there's still hundreds of thousands of options open. I'm thinking about, there's not that much in regards to... Sorry, I'm going blank at the moment. There's a lot of things that are happening with my life and I'm exploring so many different options at the moment. Just in regards to, I know it'll be more people facing from what I enjoyed from my last job, from previous jobs, and from previous experiences. I think we will see where life takes me. But yeah, for the sake of this podcast, and for the sake of going forwards, I think we're going to change strategy. So instead of having more of these podcasts and stuff, I'm going to try and build more of an audience. So, for example, over the last few weeks and months, subscribers counts has dropped, which is not a problem that I'm worried about. But if I want to take this podcast on to the next level, if I want to take me and this channel and my brand and everything onto the next level, I'm going to have to gain and become a decent quality of stuff. And one of the qualities that I need to get hold of is subscriber count. So I'm not doing it. So what's going to happen is I'm going to do more of every Thursday. I say every Thursday. We'll see. I'm basically getting a load of stories together about stories that I've encountered when I was traveling through my life, experience that I've learned, and just kind of tell a story. And one of my New Year's resolutions last year or the year before was to be a better conversationalist. So these podcasts have helped. At times they've been a bit boring, a bit daunting, and a bit intimate. I'm not going to lie. I'm not used to being this intimate just with a microphone in my hand. It's definitely weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you stories of when I was younger, some lessons that I've learned, and some of the stories that I've got done on the podcast, but go into more detail. So it'll be me with a vlog camera and kind of basically clickbait people, but without clickbait. It'll actually be real stories that have happened to me. And I'd like to think I've got a decent amount of life experience, a decent amount of stories that that some of them are funny, some of them are just what, some of them are just, everybody's got their own stories in life, and I can't wait to share them with you, and just to bring traction to this, because at the moment I know that 90% of things fail. This is one thing that's been flowing through my mind so much recently as well. 90% of topics and stuff, business ventures, entrepreneurs, and I include YouTube in that, channels fail. I've looked at the demographic of YouTube. I've looked at what people are doing, what people want to watch, what people are attracted to, and what's doing really well. So again, this is something that I've been looking at recently, and it's great, but it's very young. Now, I think my audience, not just with the music, but I think with my conversations and stuff, tends to attract an older audience, and that doesn't tend to be as much on YouTube. Generally doesn't really exist too much. So I'm going to try something new, try something different. It may work, it may not, but at least it's worth a try. Still working on the music. That's always going to be work. I've got some right breakthroughs this week. Sometimes it's the principle of lay 5 bricks. You don't set out with the intention of building a house. You set out with laying 5 bricks every day. So I've been doing that with my French, with my Gujarati, with my music. And for music, I don't know if you've ever... Maybe it's like drive. I think a lot of you have learned to drive, obviously. And driving is an alien skill. At the beginning, it's like, what the hell is this? What am I doing? You get frustrated. Especially with an instructor, you get frustrated. You can't do things. You think you're never going to do it. And then after time, all it just takes is practice, little and often. An hour a week in the terms of driving. It was, for me, it's been 10, 20 minutes a day, thinking I'm not going anywhere. But on 2 days ago, it just clicked. I was like, brilliant. And I'm getting the sounds I want. I'm getting the techniques that I want. There's still, I can see where this is going. I really can now. And I'm feeling really motivated to go into stuff. There's stuff that's changing with 100% LCFC, which I'm really looking forward to. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen on the next level on the other side, because it's something that I've always wanted. And one of the things that I've wanted to do for ages is, well, basically find value, find meaning. And one of the things is 100%, because some of the content we produce is brilliant. Some of the things I've been involved in already, and in the future, some more information will be coming soon regarding something that's really close to me, my football club, something that I've watched and followed since I was absolutely tiny. It's something that I really enjoy to do, and meeting people that are along the same lines, and meeting people that are not, meeting people that are slightly different, people that have got their own takes, their own industries. Because being in IT, without trying to I've met some brilliant people, do not get me wrong, absolutely brilliant people, but a lot of the stereotypes are true. A lot of people that I've bumped into along the way have just been a bit boring, and it drains your energy because you're there and there's just certain people, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating because I know that I'm capable of a lot, and I'm gonna try. It's not a case of. It's what I've heard recently on media and a podcast I was listening to. It was with Tom Meehan on 100% on the BBC Football Forums. Tom Meehan's Leader Kasabian, fantastic band, loved him from Leicester, so it's brilliant to listen to him. And one of the things that he kept said, they're all entitled, this generation, and I'm half tempted to make a couple of videos on that, just kind of going, no, we're not. We've got it harder than you. But again, that plays into the narrative. But the issue at the moment is I'm just trying to figure out what I'm doing, and I'm not sure what that is. It'll happen. I'll look back at this. I know I'll look back at this time in a year or two and just go, man, you're worried about nothing. You really were worrying about absolutely nothing. It's all fallen into place. But for now, I'm kind of treading on unstable ground. But it's even the amount of change in the last year. So it's marked about a year since I was made redundant in London. And in that time, I've started a podcast. I've started DJing and uploading it to YouTube. I've done live mixes. I've gone into clubs. I've been DJing in clubs. I've joined 100% LCFC, and then got more involved there. Gone up, and then I've got some good stuff coming in. That they trust me, and now I'm a good part of the team. So I've done a lot outside of work, and I'm willing to work my butt off in order to get somewhere where I want to be. I really am. But the issue is, where's the main goal? Where am I going to be the most happy? And the reason why I'm stuttering so much is because I'm still not sure. I'm still not sure what's happening. So again, with this podcast, nothing will change. If something major comes up, I'll make a big 40-minute or something like that one. I've learned to edit, as you can tell by the videos, and kind of learned to process the software and with Sony Vegas, and just been exploring all the little avenues as I've been along. Sometimes it will lead in nothing. Sometimes it will lead in something great. But the only way is that I'm just going to have a go and train and push forward. And that's the best way to do things sometimes, not to get too bogged down on what you've done. But at the same time, I think I have the opposite problem where if you just go through my YouTube channel now and have a look at the amount of mixes and podcasts and all the things that I've done and uploaded, there's been a lot. And hopefully soon, when I have a couple of these mixes done, so I want to get one more house mix in there, maybe one more 90s and R&B mix, and then I can go, here, this is what I've done. Then after that, I can start working on other stuff. But I know I'm kind of rambling now. I really, really appreciate you listening. But at the same time, I don't know where this is going, this podcast. But hopefully I've outlined a couple of things. And this is one of the reasons why I think I need a bit more structure. These podcasts, as brilliant as they are, when I bounce with other people, are phenomenal. Really love them. But on my own, especially since there's things that as much as you're great and everything, I can't tell you as of now, and I can't express to you what the plans are. It will all unfold in time, but for now I can't. And because it's been taking up such a big percentage of my time, I can't do anything. I'm sorry. I can't. It's not that I can't do anything. I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen. What I'm telling you is that I'm working hard. I'm doing what I feel is fulfilling to me. I'm making huge strides in certain areas. And it's just not coming through to you guys. But rest assured, things will change on this channel. Things will become better and longer. And I plan to have this for a while. I do. Anyway, I'm kind of mumbling and rambling now. So thank you if you made it this far. You've been awesome. And this is not the end. Hopefully there will be another podcast soon. But for now, It's been brilliant. Thanks, guys. I'll see you in a bit.